Coming up, Season 5 of High School Quiz Show, it's Acton-Boxborough High School versus Longmeadow High School. That's next on High School Quiz Show.
You can file a claim. You can pay your bill. Safety's mobile app helps you manage life storms for your auto, home, and business. Ask an independent agent about safety insurance.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to High School Quiz Show. I'm your host, Billy Costa. Back in November, 96 public high school teams all over Massachusetts competed at our Super Sunday qualifying event to earn one of 16 spots in this year's competition. The goal now is to become the next High School Quiz Show state champion and take home this trophy. And our quiz show champions, by the way, will move on to compete in the second annual Governor's Cup Challenge hosted this year by New Hampshire Public Television. And before we do meet the teams, you folks at home, time to grab the mobile phone, the tablet, the laptop, so you can play along with us live right now. And your game is multiple choice, so it should be pretty easy. Log in now at highschoolquizshow.org/play live. And today's matchup has Acton-Boxborough High School taking on Longmeadow High School. Let's get right to it and meet the Acton-Boxborough team. We've got Spencer, Tom, Kevin, and Victor. Alternates on the sidelines, Jeff and Sarung, and coaches Rana Berman Byam and Susan Irvis Bowmiller. And now for the Longmeadow team, Liam, Dana, Vivian, and Jordan. Alternates, Charlotte and Coach Ron Berger. The competition, as always, has 4 rounds: a toss-up, a head-to-head, a category round, and a lightning round. We do begin with the toss-up round. All answers are worth 10 points, and this is the only round with no point deductions for any wrong answers. So if everybody's ready to go, and it looks like you are, let's play the game. In 1905, in proposing that mass is a form of energy, who redefined the laws of physics dominant since Newton's time? Victor.
Einstein.
Yes. In the novel Catching Fire, Katniss and what fellow tribute from District 12 are forced to return to the Hunger Games? Dana.
Peter Millark.
Yes. What Treasury Secretary supported the Assumption Bill, a plan for the federal government to assume all state debt related to the American Revolution? Yes, Spencer?
Alexander Hamilton.
Correct. In July 2013, Brad Stevens was introduced as the new coach of what Boston sports team? Yes, Tom?
The Boston Celtics.
Yes. Sculptors often use soapstone because it's easy to carve. Soapstone is composed of what substance that is the softest known mineral? Yes, Tom?
Talc.
Yes. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau is a federal agency that was set up by what bankruptcy expert and current senator from Massachusetts? Liam?
Richard Neal.
No. Yes, Victor.
Elizabeth Warren.
That is correct. One of the world's earliest civilizations developed in what historical region in the Middle East that means land between rivers? Dana?
Mesopotamia?
Yes. In June 2013, the United States accused the Syrian regime of poisoning rebel forces with what nerve gas that is 26 times more deadly than cyanide? Jordan?
Tear gas?
No. Acton-Boxborough, you want to try? Yes, Kevin?
Sarin.
Sarin is correct. Most databases manage data with a programming language called SQL, which stands for what? Structured Query Language. And now your next question is going to be up on your video screens, so pay attention. We have a special guest.
Hi,
I'm Bill Hollinger, Director of the Secondary School Program at Harvard Summer School. Here's my question. In the 1960s in Tulsa, Oklahoma, author S.E. Hinton earned a D in her high school creative writing class while drafting what novel?
Yes, Dana.
The Outsiders.
That is correct, and we move on. What 5 words follow Emily Dickinson's famous line, "Because I could not stop for death, he kindly stopped for me"? In August 2013, the CIA finally acknowledged the existence of Area 51, a top-secret Cold War test site in what U.S. state? Tom?
Nevada.
Yes. Once considered subversive for its pacifist message, what 1936 children's story by Monroe Leaf is about a gentle bull in Spain who prefers smelling flowers to bullfighting? Dana?
Ferdinand.
That is correct. Which of the following is generally regarded as the first Romantic era composer? A. Beethoven, B. Handel, C. Mozart. Dana?
Beethoven.
Correct. Math question. In geometry, what is the complement of a 26-degree angle? Dana?
64.
Yes. The Elbe River, one of the major waterways of Central Europe, runs from the Czech Republic through Germany and empties into what sea? Yes, Victor.
The North Sea?
Yes. Winston Churchill called it the end of the beginning when the Allies won a key victory in 1942 at El Alamein in what country? Dana?
France.
No. Acton-Boxborough. Victor?
Egypt?
Yes. In 2012, NASA's Curiosity rover left tracks on Mars, spelling out JPL in Morse code. The 3 letters stand for what Caltech lab that built the rover and manages its mission? Yes, Tom.
The Jet Propulsion Laboratory.
That is correct. Though it's been declared unconstitutional, the crime-fighting tactic of stop and frisk has been praised by what former New York mayor, who, by the way, grew up in Medford, Massachusetts? Yes, Tom.
Bloomberg.
Michael Bloomberg, yes. In 2013, Cyndi Lauper won a Tony Award for Best Original Score for what musical about a struggling British shoe factory? Ooh, did he make it? No, he did not. Kinky Boots, the answer. She got the Tony. Which of the following staple crops is most associated with the rise of Mesoamerican civilization? Is it A, potatoes, B, manioc, or C, maize? Yes, Kevin?
Maize.
Maize is correct. Approximately 90% of the atmosphere's ozone occurs in which layer that lies between the troposphere and the mesosphere? Vivian?
The stratosphere?
Yes. Rodrigo Diaz was a nobleman who fought against Muslim control of medieval Spain. He's best known by what name derived from the Arabic meaning the Lord? Liam?
El Cid.
El Cid is right. Twitter reportedly dedicates 3% of its infrastructure to what Canadian pop star with more than 43 million followers? Tom?
Justin Bieber.
The Beliebers, of course. Math question. If a family has 3 children, what is the probability in lowest terms that they're all girls? Victor?
0 of the 3.
No. Longmeadow? Yes, Vivian?
1/8.
Yes, that is correct. And we move on. Who was so disappointed with the animated portions of the 1964 film Mary Poppins that she refused to have any more of her stories adapted into films? Yes, Spencer?
Travers.
Travers is right. Because it's not biodegradable and is a likely carcinogen, what polystyrene packaging made by Dow Chemical was banned in Brookline, Massachusetts in 2013? Yes, Tom.
Styrofoam?
Yes, styrofoam. Houston, oh my, the end of round 1. Let's take a look at the score right now. Acton-Boxborough, 150 points. Longmeadow, 90 points. Nice round of applause for both teams. Let's hear it. Okay, we are about to move into the head-to-head round, but first we'll get to know the players just a little bit better, and I've got a question in my hand. Each of you will answer, and here it goes. When you go to retire, which author, living or dead, would you choose to write your biography and why? Spencer?
I would choose Roald Dahl. He's a very versatile writer, and who doesn't love a kid's author?
Exactly. Tom?
I would go with Shel Silverstein because he's very creative and humorous poetry.
Okay. Kevin?
I would have to say Victor Hugo because I like his style of writing.
All right, simple enough. And there's Victor right there. Victor?
Yeah, I'd probably say Hemingway because my life's a long, boring narrative.
Liam, how about you?
I would go with Kurt Vonnegut because I like the perspective he takes on everyday situations.
Okay. Dana?
I would choose Oscar Wilde because he is very witty and sarcastic.
Vivian?
I would choose my brother because he's an aspiring writer and he probably knows me better than anyone.
Oh, a little shout out to the brother, huh? Jordan?
I think I'd have to go with Doris Kearns Goodwin. Her Lincoln biography and her Roosevelt ones were just really thrilling.
All right, very good. Now here's the deal on head-to-head. One of you from each team will come forward and go head-to-head for competition. Acton-Boxborough, who's it going to be? Victor. And Longmeadow, who's it going to be?
Vivian.
Vivian. So Victor or Vivian, we're going to go head-to-head, so come on down. Okay, here we go. The head-to-head round. I've got Victor to my right. I've got Vivian to my left. You guys want to shake hands or something or high-five each other to get started? In this round, you get 10 points for correct answers. Incorrect ones, though, will cost you 10. And by the way, you can buzz in as soon as you know the answer. So if you guys are ready, we will set the clock at 90 seconds. And here we go. Who was elected president of the Constitutional Convention of 1787? Yes?
George Washington?
Yes. From the Greek for stretching under, what side is opposite the right angle of a right triangle?
Hypotenuse?
Yes. In 1893, in a letter to a little boy who was ill, who first told the story of Peter Rabbit?
Beatrix Potter.
Yes. What U.S. state is home to the National Baseball Hall of Fame?
Ohio.
No, New York. Photoreceptors called rods and cones are found. Yes.
Retina.
Yes. What French aristocrat led approximately 4,500 American troops at the Battle of Yorktown? Yes.
Lafayette.
Yes. Marble is an example of what class of rock?
Metamorphic.
Yes. In 1966, what American musician released the landmark double album Blonde on Blonde?
Bob Dylan.
Yes. In Shakespeare's King Lear, which of Lear's daughters is disinherited and sent into exile? Yes.
Cordelia?
Yes. What sea was created about 30 million years ago when what is now the Arabian Peninsula? Yes.
Red Sea.
Yes. Although orcas are sometimes called killer whales, they actually belong to
Dolphins?
the dolphin family in taxonomy. In 1955, to protest segregation, Martin Luther King Jr. organized bus boycotts in what Alabama city?
Birmingham.
No, Montgomery. According to the World Bank, what country has 1/3 of the world's poorest people?
China.
No, India. And that is the end of the head-to-head round. We take a look at the score right now. Acton-Boxborough with a total score of 180, and Longmeadow right now, score of 130. Make some noise, Victor. Good to see you, Vivian. Well done. Go back to your squads. Next up for our contestants and for everybody playing home, it's the category round. And we do have 6 categories, and here they are. Arms and the Man, The Good Wife, Americana, Seeing Eye to Eye, Poetry Slam, and Catch the Wave. Each category has 5 questions with increasing point values, so there is a lot at stake in this round. And by the way, teams, you can confer with your teammates in this round. Once you do buzz in, though, you're no longer able to confer, and we will need your answer. So Longmeadow, you are slightly behind, little ground to make up, so you get to choose the first category, and what's it going to be?
The Good Wife?
The Good Wife. Questions about famous wives for 10 points. What First Lady is the author of the best-selling book, American Grown, The Story of the White House Kitchen Garden and Gardens Across America? Jordan?
Michelle Obama.
Yes. Category Longmeadow, you got the board.
Good wife.
Okay, we will stay with the good wife this time for 15 points. In 1776, who famously warned her husband that women would foment a rebellion if they were not granted more rights after America won its independence? Yes, Victor?
Jane Addams.
No, Longmeadow, you want to try it? Yes, Dana?
Abigail Adams.
Yes. You've still got the board, Longmeadow. Category, please.
Good wife, 20.
For 20 points. How many wives of England's King Henry VIII were named Catherine? Tom?
2.
No, Longmeadow? Dana?
3.
3 is the correct answer, so you've still got the board, Longmeadow. Category?
25.
25 points to good wife. What jazz age icon was dubbed America's first flapper by her husband, F. Scott Fitzgerald? Jordan?
Zelda Fitzgerald.
Yes, you've still got the board, Longmeadow.
Good wife, 30.
We're going to stay there for 30. Why not? What women want most is sovereignty over their husbands, according to what wife in the Canterbury Tales? Victor.
Wife of Bath.
That is correct. And now Acton-Boxborough gets the board. We will need a new category, though.
Americana.
Americana, questions about American culture. And for 10 points. In 2013, after fans from as many as 185 countries voted online, a new cat token replaced the iron token in what classic American board game? Yes, Kevin?
Monopoly.
Yes, and you've got the board. Category?
Stick with it.
Let's stick with it.
15 points, Americana. Whitney Houston's 1992 recording of I Will Always Love You is one of the best-selling singles of all time. What female country star originally released it in 1974? Liam?
Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton is right. You get the board back. Longmeadow. Category?
Stay with it.
Americana for 20 points. Norman Rockwell created more than 320 covers for what journal that was the most popular American magazine of the first half of the 20th century? Dana?
Saturday Evening Post.
That is correct, and Longmeadow keeps the board. Category?
Stay with it.
Americana for 25. Esther Williams, the star of MGM musicals like $1 Million Mermaid and Neptune's Daughter, helped inspire what Olympic sport? Liam?
Synchronized dancing.
No. Spencer?
Synchronized swimming.
Synchronized swimming. And Acton-Boxborough gets the board. Category?
Let's catch the wave.
All right, we're going to move to Catch the Wave. And these are questions about the electromagnetic spectrum for 10 points. The sun emits light at all different wavelengths, but which waves are responsible for causing our sunburns? Yes, Dana?
Ultraviolet.
That is correct, and you get the board back. Longmeadow. Category?
Poetry Slam.
Poetry Slam. Questions about poetry for 10 points. What American poet and illustrator published his first major poetry collection, Where the Sidewalk Ends, in 1974? Victor?
Shel Silverstein.
That is correct, and Acton-Boxborough gets control. Category?
When do you go back to Catch the Wave?
Yeah, let's catch the wave again.
Catch the Wave for 15 points. Television and cell phone signals are carried by what waves that are the longest in the electromagnetic spectrum? Yes, Vivian?
Radio waves.
That's correct, and you get control back, Longmeadow. Category?
Catch the wave for 20.
20 points. Also known as Röntgen radiation, what extremely short wavelengths are emitted by black holes? Yes, Tom?
X-rays.
X-rays is right, and Acton-Boxborough gets control. Category?
Stick with it.
We're going to stick with Catch the Wave for 25 points. Used in medicine to kill cancer cells, what rays have the shortest and highest energy wavelengths? Yes, Dana?
Gamma.
Gamma rays is right, and now Longmeadow's back in control.
Stay with it.
We're going to stick with Catch the Wave for 30 points. The heat that we feel from sunlight, a fire, or a radiator is transmitted by what waves that lie between microwaves and visible light? Dana?
Infrared.
That is correct, and you'll need a new category. You do have control.
Poetry.
Poetry Slam, and this time for 15 points. I, Too, Sing America and Dream Deferred were penned by what leading poet of the Harlem Renaissance? Dana?
Langston Hughes.
That is correct. You keep the board.
Stay with it.
Okay, 20 points. Cradle Song and The Tiger are two of the best-known works of what English romantic poet? Kevin?
William Blake.
William Blake is right, and Acton-Boxborough gets control. Category?
Stick with it.
Okay, for 25 points this time. Fans of the film Four Weddings and a Funeral will recognize the poem Funeral Blues or Stop All the Clocks by what British poet? Victor?
Auden.
Auden is right. You've still got control.
Finish it.
I'm going to stay there for 30 points. In her 1913 poem Sacred Emily, who wrote Rose is a rose, is a rose, is a rose? Dana?
Lazarus?
No. Acton-Boxborough, give it a shot. Gertrude Stein was the answer there. And Acton-Boxborough, you've still got control. Category?
Americana.
30 points. In 1925, in Quincy, Massachusetts, who opened a corner store that later became an orange-roofed empire and one of America's first franchised restaurant chains? Oh, Howard Johnson. Quincy, Mass. All right, Acton-Boxborough, you've still got control.
Let's go to eye to eye.
Seeing eye to eye, all answers begin with, well, as you can imagine, the letter I. For 10 points, governments around the world have passed measures to phase out what type of light bulb in favor of more energy-efficient alternatives? Tom?
Incandescent.
That is correct. Category, please.
Let's stick with it.
15 points. What chemical element is added to table salt to help prevent goiter, a swelling of the thyroid gland? Jordan?
Iodine?
That is correct. Longmeadow gets the board. Category.
Stick with it.
Seeing eye to eye for 20. The first blue jeans were dyed with what crop that was once commonly grown on southern plantations? Yes, Jordan.
Indigo?
Indigo is right. You've still got control. Staying here?
Yes.
Okay. For 25 points. On a weather map, what line connects points of equal barometric pressure? Vivian?
Isobaric.
We'll take it. Isobaric or isobar. And you've still got control, Longmeadow.
Finish it.
Seeing eye to eye, 30 points. When Philip of Macedon threatened, if I enter Laconia, I will raise Sparta to the ground. What was the Spartans' one-word reply? Did he get in? No. If. It was simply that, one word. I wanted to finish it. Okay, that's the end of the category round. The score right now, Acton-Boxborough, 295 points. Longmeadow, 335 points. We've got a close competition here. Great job, team. Back in form. Close competition as we head into the final 90 seconds of gameplay. We call it the lightning round. You get 20 points for correct answers. Incorrect answers will cost you 20. And the clock is set, so if you guys are all ready, here we go. What toxic, shiny, silvery, metallic element is liquid at room temperature? Tom?
Mercury.
Yes. What synonym for colossus refers to a Philistine giant slain by the biblical hero David?
Goliath?
Yes. The base of a well-formed quartz crystal will typically have how many sides? Spencer?
4.
No, 6. In July 2013, what Midwestern city became the largest U.S. city to ever declare bankruptcy? Spencer?
Detroit.
Yes. Flemish or Dutch is commonly spoken in northern Belgium. What language is commonly spoken in southern? Victor?
French.
Yes. In 1800, what Italian physicist invented the electric battery? Victor?
Volta.
Yes. The Jodes, a poor family of sharecroppers. Tom?
The Grapes of Wrath.
Yes. What Amazon CEO is the new owner of the Washington Post, Tom?
Jeff Bezos.
Yes. What constellation in the night sky means the water bearer in Latin? Kevin?
Ursa Major?
No, Aquarius. A fencing match begins when a judge says what word that means go in French? Tom?
On guard.
No, allez. Allez. The Volga River flows southward into what sea? Victor?
The Black Sea.
No, Caspian Sea. In 2013, what former White House resident during the Camelot years was nominated? Oh, That's the buzzer and the end of the game. And our winner today, Acton-Boxborough, with a score of 355 points. So close. Longmeadow, 335 points. Nice round of applause for both teams. What a tight competition. Acton-Boxborough now moves on to the quarterfinals, and that's it for now. But we'll see you next week right here on High School Quiz Show. Play along with High School Quiz Show every week at highschoolquizshow.org/playlive. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter. High School Quiz Show is available on Xfinity TV on demand from Comcast.
Life is full of surprises, some good, some not so good. You can ask an independent agent about safety insurance's enhanced coverage for auto, home, and business, so you don't get caught by surprise. Safety Insurance will help you manage life's storms.
Bank of America is proud to support High School Quiz Show and committed to education initiatives throughout Massachusetts, including citizen schools, Teach for America, and local boys and girls clubs. For more information, you can visit bankofamerica.com/Boston.
A production of WGBH.